Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Creeper World 4. That is right, we are back, and we are heading into the colonies for a pack map. To be specific, it's an LPAC map. Ooh, it is early departure, and this is another LPAC map. Have fun. Original script CSZ. There we go, and let us check it out. As you can see, I have not yet beaten it. I have started it just to check it out, and I do know that this is a map that does not have auto build on. So that is an important feature, and here we go with the lore. The human scourge have almost secured another planet for its resources, and a command ship has arrived to resupply and gather intel. Rise up! Wipe out the filthy human outpost to ensure their commanders make an early departure. So here we go. This is a map, and let me make it known. This is a planet. This entire thing is a planet. Planets look like this in the future. So if you didn't know, and we're looking for what the future is going to bring, it's going to bring planets that look like this. That being said, I'm assuming this is the command ship. It is coming over here for a resupply. It's going to be in a pain in our ass, but we're going to destroy it in the end, of course. That's our entire goal. Get rid of the planets. Let's turn off paths, because look at that. It looks so much prettier. Oh, it looks so much better without paths. Of course. And here we go. So we have this map. We are starting in the top right corner. We have an emitter that is 30 every 0.8 seconds. And we have a nullifier being built right off the rip. Now this nullifier, once it's destroyed, will never be tried to be built again. So we're perfectly fine in that. This nullifier, not a huge problem. We can destroy it right away, but we don't necessarily have enough eggs to do more than just destroy the nullifier. These turrets will destroy everything else. So if we wait for 2 eggs, we can then destroy the nullifier and cannons with it. So we're going to wait. Then we're going to wait. That's what we're going to do. Hold off, not really blow our load, so to speak, and we're going to actually hold off on destroying things. It's going to be a little bit slower, of course, because if we dropped an egg, it would look really pretty. We'd see a whole big explosion of creep, and it'd be all great. But what's the point of that if we actually hurt ourselves in the long run, right? So we can see, look at that. It's actually being built. This nullifier, oh no. Oh my, this nullifier is coming online. Whatever will we do? Our emitter, it can't keep up, even with the boost that we've given it. It's actually getting power, this nullifier? Oh my. Okay, you know what? We're going to toss an egg there and there. And these 2 eggs combined. Boom. Boom. Oh, look, there was a sniper that graciously blew them up. Thank you so much. Look at that. The nullifier is dead. And yet this tower is dead. With this tower being destroyed, look at that. These 3 towers no longer have power. Oh no. Oh, my towers. What are you gonna do? That's right. You're gonna die, my friends. You're gonna die. And that's fine. So, we have used our eggs effectively versus just spurted them out ineffectively. Step 1 complete. Now, what are our goals? We have multiple goals in mind for this run. So let's just do a quick pause and see what we're going for. So right now we have this area, right? This is essentially our starting area. Now, we can cut this off right here, and that will essentially shut off this. Or will it? Boop, boop, boop. No, it won't, because of this right there. Problematic. Problem number 1, this connection. So that's problem number 1. So that's what we're going to work on first. Now, what's problem number 2? Problem number 2, Emrift. Boom, right there. Problem number 2, point B, Emrift over on this side. Boom, right there. Problem number 2, point C, Emrift right there. So we have 3 Emrifts in our way. Problematic. Emrifts, nobody likes them. Nobody likes you unless you're playing as the cannons, in which case, I love you so much. I love you, Emrifts. Please, please, more Emrifts for free. That being said, we are going to work on problem number 1 first. So problem number 1 is going to be eggs along this path. Now this path, we obviously want to destroy this tower, or this tower, but this tower is a lot harder to get to because of, obviously, there is a shield right there. So we want to destroy this tower. Now, Question A, do we want to destroy this tower? Answer, no. No, we do not. We don't care about destroying this tower. Again, this is a they will not auto-build level. So we don't care about destroying this tower. We want to make sure this tower, or pylon, in this case, does not receive power. Now that is important. Yes. Not receiving power. So we want to make sure this doesn't receive power. So we are going to make our line of creeper balls, or eggs, or whatever you want to call them. And we are going to destroy every tower down to here. And that will shut off power to this entire side of the map. And it's glorious. Yes, it's glorious. Oh, happy days, happy days. So we do need probably 2 eggs per tower. So let's even turn up the speed for a little bit. Because again, we will need to get a number of eggs. Now, we don't necessarily care about what our emitter is even doing right now. Our emitter is completely hemmed in. You know, it's trying as hard as it can. We'll buff it up a couple of times, of course. Because that is our emitter. That is our prime emitter at the current moment. But just because it's the prime emitter does not mean it is the be-all, end-all of emitters. Now, are these 3 enough? This might be enough because, you know, it will cause a number of distractions. Maybe that is enough right there. I'm going to say that's enough. Fingers crossed. Oh, super fingers crossed, I will completely say. And we're now going to build our path of destruction. Now, unfortunately, I don't know the exact range that eggs have to explode. I tend to say 1 tower's width apart. So whatever 1 tower's width is, this should actually pop that, which should pop that, which should pop that, and we now see. So we're actually going to slow the speed down and pause it for a quick second, and we're going to spin the map. And now our entire goal is to make sure that everything we want destroyed is indeed destroyed. Now, we can tell right here, boom, destroyed. Doesn't even matter. I don't need to do another thing. We've done it. Success. I'm going to have a little bit of a drink. Look at that. Again, no auto build. If this had auto build, this would be highly ineffective. You would want to do it in much earlier stages, maybe cut off this section, and then cut off this section, and then sort of work your way to that. But because there is no auto build, who cares? Go straight for a huge gain, you know? Now this huge gain is right before they have M-rifts, and that's what's important. Because we are going before they have M-rifts. Because if we had gone, say we had done the cutoff here, well, that wouldn't matter because there's an M-rift right there. It doesn't do anything to them. So by doing it right before they have M-rifts, we now can claim all of this land just with our singular tiny emitter. You know, we're even going to super buff up our skimmer factory that we just freed. I probably should still do this emitter. Honestly, this emitter is really weak. I really should have done this emitter. But it's okay. We got time. This is going to spread slowly but surely. We need to build up a whole lot more eggs, of course. So this M-rift is going to be a problem. I don't know if these 3 eggs will kill it. Or 4 eggs. I put down a 3rd, but the screen, you know, kind of shook. As it does when things explode. Slight problem there. And yes, we will definitely need this pylon destroyed. So our goal right now is to get this M-rift and then cut off this side. Now we're not necessarily going for this M-rift right here. We could. You know what, let's actually put 2 eggs right there and 1 more again. Because our goal will essentially be to sort of cut off this side. And if we can cut this off to the M-rift and take it, that would be pretty amazing now, wouldn't it? I would be pretty happy with that. So, as you can see, look at that. Even our tiny little babby emitter is working overtime. It's taken over this land. Yeah, they're fighting. It doesn't want to die. This cannon doesn't want to... I say die. I would say it's more akin to being... I don't want to say recycled. Maybe it's recycled because it does get built elsewhere. So I'm going to go with recycled. Let's say they're being recycled. That sounds much more pleasant to me, for sure. So this right here should almost definitely destroy these towers, this tower. I'm hoping when these drop and get exploded, they will actually invade the shield and destroy this Emrift. And yeah, if we put that egg right there, it's going to start our chain reaction. Look at that. Again, we're going to get this pylon basically guaranteed. Now the question is this Emrift going down? And it looks like it is, and it looks like we got the next section. Beautiful. Look at that. Now this section is ours. We got blobs. I love blobs. I do love skimmers probably more than blobs. Don't let anyone say otherwise. Skimmers are probably top in my heart. But blobs are pretty great too. So we now have, again, another nice chunk. And not only a nice chunk, but a nice chunk that had an Emrift. Think about that. We didn't only get a nice chunk, we got a nice chunk that had an Emrift. We have eliminated an Emrift threat. I am thrilled by that. So where is our next Emrift threat? So that is actually a prime Emrift threat right there. So we would need maybe 3 or 4 eggs. Again, the problem is there are a number of mortars around, and I don't know if our eggs would be enough. So, we might also want to just... Ooh, if we toss down a couple of rocks, that's going to get rid of some of those mortars. And if we get rid of some of those mortars, maybe this egg threat will get rid of this glorious Emrift. Now, it's not necessarily pushing in too deep. Oh, wow, it did not push in deep at all. Oh, my. Oh, my. I was expecting more for this Emrift. So that's bad news. But that's okay. It's okay. That was a waste of a couple eggs. I'm okay with that. We're going to go for Plan Beta. And Plan Beta is we are going to destroy this area, which has... Look at this. Look at this. There's Super Mortar, Super Mortar, Super Mortar, Super Cannon, Super Cannon. So we want to really disrupt this area. This area needs rocks. Rocks are your go-to for superstructures. I mean, that's basically all there is to it. I mean, superstructures, you go to rocks. So we're going to want rocks, we're going to want eggs, and these eggs, we're going to cut this off, and while we cut this off, go for that Emrift. So we want to cut off this line, go for this Emrift. Now, there's still this Emrift up here, and that will be a problem. But because of the work that we already have done down here, we're actually going to start to encroach on this Emrift naturally. So I'm going to let the natural expansion of our skimmers, our blobs, our everything really, just let them all just start to encapsulate that Emrift. We want to destroy this Emrift. So for instance, I actually wanted to toss down maybe 3 eggs right around this one. Now, I also want to put down some rocks right around it as well, because again, there is a super mortar right there. Problem being, I don't like to use rocks in this way. This is actually my least favorite way to use rocks. I much prefer to say, I want this gone, I'll try and snipe it by getting it just in range. That's how I like to use rocks. But we're going for massive pushes here. We're not going for little tiny pushes. We're trying to take out a line. And by taking out a line, we need the rock support as well. Every aspect needs to be working in harmony, so to speak. So we're gonna put down just enough. Again, these 2 should take out this. These 3 should take out this. We are gonna work our way along. We have tons of rocks here. This side, this should cut off this. This should cut off this. These can't actually reach. So we're doing pretty okay. We're gonna want maybe 1 there. And we're definitely going to want this pylon destroyed. This pylon, this tower, this tower. Again, that is some goals. So let's turn up the speed, gain some more resources, of course, by turning up the speed. So if we turn up the speed, we're going to gain an egg right there, which is fantastic. Let's actually start boosting this emitter. Sounds kind of weird to boost an emitter that we don't control yet, but we will. Of course, we're going to control it at some point. It's not like we're not going to control that emitter. So, oh my, look at the work that those blobs are doing. You're gorgeous. You're gorgeous, blobby friends. I love you. I couldn't have done it without you. And again, we are going to just encapsulate everything that we need. Now, we can also use this as our bastion for attacking the airbase. So, we can attack the airbase later, of course, because if we attack the airbase later, it's not easier, but at the same time, it's also not harder, so to speak, because we obviously have to save up extra eggs to attack the airbase. And as you can see, oh, look at those blobs. You're doing great, blobs. I'm so glad we empowered you just that little bit, you know. But by putting a couple right around it, we are going to try and destroy this base. Now, I think we're in a pretty okay state egg-wise. So, we are now on the path for making our connection to land, so to speak. So, what do we want to do? How do we want to do this? We have our... Let's flatten AC. So we have our egg wall, our super egg wall, and we have rocks supporting it in the prime area where there are huge amounts of empowered towers. So we're going to try and distract these empowered towers with other eggs. Now these other eggs, they're not going to do too much because of these empowered towers. But this egg right here is now going to distract this mortar, this gun, from shooting behind it. That's what we want to see. So, ooh, look at the skimming. Oh, the skimming. Look at that, the skimming. Oh, let's superpower that up. The skimming actually hit that emitter. Oh my gosh, look at the skim. Look at the skim. You're glorious. The beautiful skimmer hit the emitter, and it was powered up enough that it just went off. It was able to take out that entire section, which means that M-Rift is gone, which is the last M-Rift for this wall. Woo! I'm thrilled. We have 4 eggs, which is perfect, because if we put down, say, 2, boom, it's going to set off the wall. It's going to set off... Oh! What? It set off the... What just happened there? How did that set off these rocks, but not these eggs? Okay. I feel cheated by that, I'm just going to say. Because that's not how it's supposed to work. Rocks should not set off. And yet... oh my, I feel super cheated. I'm still amazed that this is holding out. So, hey, there you go. Anti-creep, you're doing a great job. And anti-creep is always a problem. But again, we do have some glorious boosts going on. And we have boosted an emitter on the front lines, which is fantastic. And let's see if... Alright, we have an extra egg. So this should set off our eggopolis. Please set off our eggopolis? There we go. Thank you. And now we're going to see what happens. It looks like things are going pretty well. Let's pause. Do we have a... Oh, they have a pylon connection. Alright. We still have an egg left over. Now this egg... I don't think one egg is going to be enough. I don't think one egg is going to be enough to connect... They have 2 pylon connections. Oh my... I misinterpreted the pylons that they had. Look at that. Okay, so they still have pylon connections, but look, they have no other connections. So if we take out this pylon and this pylon, we are in the clear. Now, problematically, we have to take out 2 pylons. It really shouldn't have come to that. That was my fault. I did not think those pylons could reach. I was so hell-bent on the MRIFs, I was not focused on the pylons. And that's okay. That is okay. As you can see, this is finally taking over this area, which is great. We are encroaching quite substantially well. And yes, once we take out these two pylons, we are good. Now, our assault on the airship did not actually trigger. And that trigger, not triggering, might have been a problem. Because that triggering might have been the difference between, say, this pylon being destroyed. That pylon wouldn't have been destroyed. So there probably would have still been one connection point to have happened. But still, quite annoying that didn't trigger our airship assault. Again, okay, not the end of the world. I'll take it. I'll take full responsibility for my creeper's actions. You know, but we're in a pretty good state. Again, we've assaulted these pylons with eggs, and we've built a little connection to hopefully start that chain, which will then shut off the airfield, which will then control that. So that is our entire goal. Again, we'll turn up the speed just a wee bit, and oh, look at that. We are destroying things with our creep, and we're going to get a few eggs, which is great, and we're going to build a nice little eggy chain. Maybe there to there. One more should do it right there. I'm going to wait until we have an extra egg or two. I want 2 extra eggs just in case. 1 extra egg would be fantastic. There we go. This should... Oh, there we go. We didn't actually make it to the other part. Oh, jeez. It's very finicky. It's very finicky. I thought we had it. I really, really did. I'm going to be very, very lenient now because we've been burned twice now. I feel really bad about that burning. And this should do it. 1 more egg. There we go. Boom, 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 boom. Get that. Get the air. Oh, we didn't actually get the air. But we shut off all this. And again, as you can see, that was the initial plan. Boom, 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 boom. All of the booms happening. That's what you wanted to see. And, yeah. They're all going down. So we are going to take the airships. No problems. There's really nothing they can do to stop us from taking over all of this land. And once we take over all of this land, the airships are now completely encased. So I'm very happy with that, of course. Oh my, wow, look at that, 5 air sacs, look at them. Air sacs are terrible, but 5 of them is pretty cool. Pretty cool. I will give it to them. Again, building up, and let's see what we have here. We do have skimmers coming in. I'm going to place 1 more egg here. And our goal, again, we are going to build past this. And if we can build past this... Oh, no, no. No, we can't. We need a whole lot more eggs, unfortunately. But that's okay. We're going to let the creep come in. We have 16 upgrades. What do we want to upgrade? I mean, more creep, more good. Let's get a couple more spores. Get a couple more blobs. There we go. So we're up to 17 blobs, 12 spores. Now, spores, arguably one of the worst. I know. I really want to make spores work in something. That's kind of my entire goal for existence. If we take out the factory, which I believe we will do as soon as we get an egg over here, or creep to do this egg chain, so to speak, I'll feel pretty good about that. Now, that being said, is that enough? Are we in a good enough state for spores to do anything? I don't really know. Unfortunately, the eggs around the airfield, I think these popped, and again, didn't pop the other side. It's very problematic. I'm going to sort of leave the airfield for the time being because I'm going to be kind of a jerk and try and get a mega ring around their prime base. Will this mega ring work? I don't know. I'm kind of hopeful. I do know they have the ultimate defense right here. But that being said, if enough creep pops around it, that doesn't mean the ultimate defense can defend against everything, right? So let's see how it goes. Our creep is just coming in. And there we go. We do now have a mega ring of creep right here. Let's slow it down. We have no eggs. No eggs is a bad thing. But we do have 21 rocks. So we have creep here. We have places to place rocks. And I think that's what we want to do. We want to place rocks anywhere that we can in this vicinity. And boom, we have destroyed a huge swath of area. And we want to make sure this tower looks like it is a prime tower. Over here, it looks like the towers are cut off. Over here, it looks like this pylon is good. So if we can get another egg and destroy that pylon, I think... Oh, did they get that tower? You can do it. Oh, the egg didn't come back. We literally got everything except for that tower. I even put down an extra egg. Ugh. Oh, it hurts. It hurts so much. I want more spores. More spores to feel better. Why do I want more spores to feel better? That's a terrible idea. That's like the worst idea I've ever heard. That's literally the worst idea I have ever heard. But again, it's literally this tower to literally win the game. This tower has 3 eggs on it. I'm so upset that that egg didn't pop. I thought we would have gotten it. I thought I got it in time, and that was my problem. Is that close enough? I think that's close enough. Again, the problem is how close is close enough to put these eggs in order to do a chain reaction. We do have 3 eggs there. 3 eggs should be enough to do the damage. Now, I'm going to put down, again, another egg, right, say here. I don't necessarily want to start the chain until I have maybe 2 or 3 extras. That's actually pretty good. Pause. Did we get the tower? No. Egg, egg. We got it. We did it. That's what I wanted to see. Everything is done. No power left. Okay. The chain has happened. It took a little bit of a pause. And now we don't have to do anything. Look at that. Don't care about red on. Don't care about anything. The creep is coming. Honestly, I'm super thrilled that this is using all of its ammo because it has no way to refresh itself. Commander, you don't know what you're doing. Oh, look at them all. They have so many urns. They have so much going for them. And yet so little. And yet so little. That's right. The creep washes over. The creep waves. As we can see, again, I just want to note, this is a planet. A planet that looks kind of like a whale with weird fins at the bottom. But this is a planet. Here we go. Oh, the destruction is happening. Look at that. We have 12 of these. Let's go with skimmers. You know what? Let's go to skimmers and just go boop, 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 boop. Oh, come on, skimmers. There we go. We have 16 eggs, which is great. You know what? Let's see if we can... put down a whole slew right below it. Look at it go. Oh, it's trying so hard. Oh, Commander. Oh, look at the amount of creep that you just unleashed underneath yourself. Bam! The burning wreckage of once mighty ships succumbs to the waves, and the planet is ours once more. We even destroyed the capital ship. Oddly enough, we destroyed... Oh, no. The goal is to destroy the ship. The goal isn't to take the base. I thought the goal was to take the base. Ugh. Done and done. I didn't even realize. We have done it. Glorious times to us. We did it in 40 minutes. And you know what? 12 minutes. Holy moly. But 40 minutes, I'm feeling pretty okay with. You know, maybe based off of this, minus those like 18. I don't even know what this echo number is. Interesting. Oddly enough, all of the ones that are lower than me have an echo number. I don't know what that means. If you know what this echo number means, please let me know. I would greatly appreciate it. The only one that is lower than me with an echo number is this 3947, which I do think I could have beaten. I just messed up my eggs a couple of times, and, you know, as you saw, I just left that one tower. That one freaking tower that got me. But again, feeling pretty good. Oh, there's a 33. Alright, that 33 beat me fair and square as well. Again, 28 minutes, but an echo of 468. I don't know what that means. I have an echo of 0, so what's my echo number mean? I don't know! But feeling pretty good about it. Decent time. Not the best, but you know what? I'm quite okay with that. Thank you very much, by the way. I do greatly appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed, and I will hope to see you in another video. Please check out my playlist. Like, comment, subscribe. I love comments. I try to reply to every single one, so please let me know if I did something wrong, if you noticed how I was placing some things were wrong. I try to adapt and try to be more conscious of things if I am told. So please let me know, and have a wonderful day. I will catch you next time, and take care. Thank you so much.